There is something that human beings have always been consistently good at, and that is creating new form of entertainment. And in our modern world that we are living in, we now have what I consider the best form of entertainment to ever be invented by human beings: video games. And just like the other form of entertainment that came before it, it is being shit on to no avail. Which is fair, cause there's always something good or bad about basically everything. But every now and then you would get that dumbass, most brain dead, stupid, and biased criticism on video games to ever exist, which I would like to talk about in this video. First point, gaming is a waste of time. This is mostly said by people because they think that gaming is unproductive, which on hindsight makes sense. You are not earning any money or any essential things for life when you are gaming. But when you think about it in any deeper level, it becomes a really dumb statement. For example, compared to movies, like, what exactly do you earn while watching movies? Or how productive are you when you are doing any other form of entertainment? Basically the same as playing a video game. Of course, there are ways to be productive by consuming these entertainment products, but most of us do it purely to entertain ourselves, not to be productive. Why? Because we are not machines. We can get burnout, tired, stressed. We can literally get depressed if we don't do the stuff that entertain us. We are humans. We have emotions and feelings. Wanna know why so many capitalist industries today keep pushing AI and started replacing their employees with it? It's because they don't want human workers. They don't want all the emotion feelings associated with human workers. They want machines that doesn't need to take breaks. They want money and maximize their profit. And what does this lead to? The sin of greed. As you all know, the unending forces of human beings are human stupidity, evilness, and human greed. And when the greed is unending, the ambition is unending as well. So eventually, we will all get cyberpunked and turn into emotionless machines. Either that or the machines will take over and become a Type 2 civilization. But we won't be there to see it because we'd all be dead. Anyway, let's not get too deep into philosophy and move on into the next topic. Too much gaming is bad for you. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Literally too much of everything is bad for you. Example, eating too much is bad for you. Drinking too much water is bad for you. Exercising too much is bad for you. Thinking too much, studying too much, and working too much can all be bad for you if you are a human being who can get sick or burn out. What a stupid statement against gaming. Why not become a game developer and be actually productive instead of playing them? Pretty similar to the first point, but yes, what these people are basically saying is, why watch a game of sports when you can be alongside Ronaldo in the field, playing with him? Why read a book when you can become an author yourself? Why, instead of being entertained by this, just become this instead and become actually productive? Well, probably because not everyone has the skill and expertise to be able to do these activities. Or maybe, just maybe, our interest for the path to being productive is different for everyone. Have you ever guessed of that? Gaming is not real art. This is pretty outdated, but let me mention it anyway. If you're actually paying attention, you may realize how developers are putting more resources into developing the stories, acting, art style, world, and characters. In fact, some stories are designed in such a way that they can be experienced only in the form of video games. So I think this one is pretty self-explanatory. Gaming leads to violence. I don't exactly see how this is a fault of the game and not the individual playing it. Cause I'm pretty sure that other form of media like films, books, and even real-life events can inspire someone to be violent. I don't exactly see why video games are the only one getting blamed for it. Let's get into philosophy. If 10 people all bought knives and 9 of these people use their knives to cut vegetables, and 1 person uses it to cause violence, would you blame the knife seller or the knife? No, you wouldn't. That makes absolutely no sense. So why blame video games for violence and not blame the individual? Also, the very few violence that have been caused by video games that I have personally heard of mostly stem from online games, and it is pretty common knowledge that single-player games are the ones that almost always get blamed for it. Anyway, those are the few takes against gaming that I think are absolutely stupid. Am I saying that video games are flawless and you should spend all your life playing them? No, I'm just pointing out some dumb takes. If there's more dumb takes that you know of, comment them down below, so that we can have a civilized conversation without a single argument on site. And yeah, that's the whole video. Bye bye.